Hello guys, welcome back to the new video. So in this video, we're gonna build this awesome real estate website using the Elementor version 4 to master the latest version of the Elementor. That is the version 4 atomic element. Then this video is for you. We're gonna build this beautiful website step by step from start to finish, and I'm gonna show you that how you can use the Elementor version 4 to make this type of custom website very fast. Okay, and we are not going to import any pre-made template like other YouTubers. We will build everything from start to finish till end. Okay, so let's start the video, and let me show the demonstration of the project which we're going to build in this. So let me refresh this website once, and after refreshing I'm going to show you what we're going to build in this video. Okay, so here you can see that we have this real estate website, and we're gonna build this real estate website by using the Elementor version 4. Okay, so if you want to master the latest version of the Elementor with atomic element, then this video is for you. We're gonna make this beautiful website step by step by using the Elementor version 4 from start to finish. Okay, so let me show the demonstration of the website. So here you can see that here we have this beautiful hero section, and here we have this type of layout. Here you can see we have this type of CTS and Quire Homes and how it works, and also here we have the search now button. Here we have the drop down for the location, or you can enter the text also. Here we have to type villa, and here we have to choose the overall budget. Okay, and here you can see we have this type of image, and at top you can see that when I scroll below, then this part of the header will be sticky at the top, and you can see we have here the logo. Here we have the properties, how it works, lifestyle, about us, and here we have one option for the sign in, and here we have the contact us. Okay, now you can see we have this type of layout. Also when we scroll, this part of the header will be sticky, and it will become little green color. Okay, so let's go below, and here you can see that we have the hand picked for you. Here home you will fall in love with. Okay, here you can see we have the azure waterfront, the upstairs manor, and here we have this type of animation on this. Okay, so, and here we have the wishlist button. Okay, all of these sections are there. Here we have this type of layout. Okay, here we have the shadow, you can see, and here you can see we have these things. Okay, so in this video we're gonna build this awesome real estate website by using the Elementor version 4. We will master the Elementor version 4, and we are not gonna import any pre-made template like other YouTuber. We're gonna build everything from start to finish. So this video is very much useful for you if you want to learn the Elementor version 4. Okay, now you can see we have this section, and here you can see why next door finding a dream home should be exciting. Okay, here we have this type of counters. Okay, and here we have the image. So let's go below, and now you can see find a home that matches your lifestyle. So here we have beach villas, city apartment, family homes, and commercial spaces. We have this type of layout. Okay, now let's go below. At last you can see here we have the city option. Your dream is waiting. Explore properties and talk to an expert. Okay, we have this type of layout. Then we have this contact us section where we have let's find your perfect home. Here we have these type things, and here we have the send message. Okay, all these things are there, and here we have the beautiful layout, and we're gonna build this the custom website using the Elementor version 4 step by step. Okay, and let's go below. Here you can see we have this type of footer. Here we have this layout. Here we have the quick links, company, subscribe. Okay, all these things are there. Okay, now let me show you that this website is fully responsive for the smaller screen also. So let's go to the mobile simulator, and we can open the mobile part of this website. So here you can see we have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Okay, now you can see we have this type of layout. Here we have the sign in and these things. Okay, we have how it works, and here we have this. Here we have all these website fully working, and this is fully responsive for all the screens. Here we have you can see all these sections. Okay, so all these sections are fully responsive. Also these animations are fully working. Okay, at last you can see we have this footer, and here we have let's get in touch button. Okay, these things, and at last we have the footer. Okay, so you can see that this website is fully responsive for all the screens also. Now let's I will give you all of these images in the video description for free, so you can follow along with me step by step. And we are not gonna import any pre-made template like other YouTuber. We're gonna build everything from start. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start the video. Also, you can download this template kit. All the links are in the video description. Also, if you want to preview the live preview of the website, I will put this link in the video description, so you can also watch that. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start the video, and we're gonna build this awesome website step by step from start. So for making this website, I have installed fresh WordPress installation. So let's start, and here we have to just do some changes. Like first we have to choose the theme, so let's go to themes, and here we have to choose a theme. So you can see here we have an option for these add themes, and we're gonna use the official Elementor theme, which is the Hello Elementor theme. So let's choose this Hello Elementor. Okay, so this theme we're gonna use. So this is the official Elementor theme. So always use official things. And now also if you want the Elementor Pro, I will give you that link in the video description, so you can get the Pro version from there also. And now let's go to the plugins. So first we have to do one more thing, that we have to remove all these things. Like here we have this theme, so we're gonna remove this theme. Okay, then we can remove this theme. Okay, so we don't want this theme also, and we can also remove this unnecessary theme. Okay, so already we're gonna keep this one theme. Then let's go to the plugins option, and in the plugins we have to add the Elementor, and it's a Pro version. So let's go to the add plugin. Okay, and here you have to just search for the Elementor. Okay, now you can see we can go here and we can search for the Elementor here. Okay, and also we're gonna install the Elementor Pro, and let's wait to install the Elementor first. Okay, now you can see this is the Elementor website builder. So you have to install this by Elementor. Okay, so let's wait for it. Okay, so let me install the Elementor, and it's a Pro version, and then I will get back to the video, so the video will don't become very big. Let's activate this Elementor free version, and after that we will install the Elementor Pro. So you can see here we have get started. So continue with hello Bidwaster hello Elementor theme. I will install that, bro. Continue with free. Okay, so now it is saying getting things ready, and after that we will install the Elementor Pro. And if you want to buy that Elementor Pro, all the links are in the video description. We are selling at affordable rates. Also, we will give this kit in the video description. So anyone, if you are interested, you can buy this kit at very affordable rate, guys. Okay, now we can go here and we can just exit to WordPress. So let's go to exit, and we can we can just get back. And here you can see we have these pages, so we don't want these pages. So first let's install the Elementor Pro. Okay, we can go to this add plugin, and we can go just to the add plugin, and here we have to upload that plugin. Okay, let's go to upload plugin, and here we have to choose that file, and let's me go to this this PC. Here we will have this option like Elementor Pro latest version, and we will install this version right now. So I'm gonna use this version, and I will also give you the later version in the video description, so you can download that Elementor Pro version from there. Okay, let's install this. We have to just activate this Elementor Pro. Okay, so let's click on this activate plugin, and after activating this we have to make the pages. So so right now we are just doing the setup. So you can see Elementor Pro is activated. Now what we have to do, we have to just go to the pages, and we have to add the new page here. Okay, let's first remove all of these pages, because we don't want these pages. So then after that we will add a new page. Okay, here we can add a new page like home, and here we have the default template. We can choose the Elementor full width, and let's publish this. Okay, now let's get back, and here you can see we have the settings option. Go to this rating option, and here we have to choose the static page as home page, right? And we can choose the expert here and save the changes. Okay, now you can see we are ready to make the website. So now we have to just upload all of these images. So let me upload the libraries. So we can go to the media file, and we can upload all of these images. So here we have the downloads, and here we have the Nestora images. So I'm gonna use this large. Okay, so only these images are required for making this, and all these images I will give in the video description, so you can follow along with me. Okay, now let me go to this. We can click on this visit site. Now it will open this site. Okay, now let's click on this edit page, and after that we will move to the Elementor editor. Okay, now let's click on this edit with Elementor. Okay, now we have to add the display system and these global things. So first let's me go here. Great, now we will use the Elementor latest version 4 here. Okay, now let's click on this design system, and we want to add these colors. So let me choose the color picker tool from here, and we're gonna choose this dark color. Okay, we're gonna choose the dark color here, and we're gonna go here, and Okay, we don't delete this. Okay, we can just click on this colors. Okay, here we can write, dark blue. Okay, and here also we can just add that color. Okay, so this is a dark blue color. Now let me choose this color. Okay, we're gonna choose this, and here we're gonna choose this like, and here we can name this light blue. Okay, and here also we can just click on this, and we can just paste this, right? So these two colors are there. Now we can copy this color. We also want this color. Okay, so I think pick the color. Okay, we can copy this, and here we can just add this orange color also. Sorry in the background. Sorry for the background noise. I hope you understand the typical Indian family, bro. Okay, let's save the changes here, and one more colors we want, like, let's see, we have this shade. Okay, so so the background shade we also want, so we can just go to these colors here, and here we can write bg gray. Okay, so we want this bg color also, and we can just paste this. Okay, now we have this white color, and you can just see this. And the bg color is done. I think all the colors are done. Here we have this yellow color also, I think so. Let me copy this color also, and so let's go here, and okay, so wow, attention is due. We can pick the color. Okay, we want this color, and this is the yellow color. Okay, now we can just click on this, add the colors, and here we want the yellow. Okay, and here we can just click on this, and we can just add these colors like here. So, and also everything is done. We only want this color, this little bit here. Okay, let's try to copy, and this is a color like blue bg. Let's try to copy this. Let's see if the color is copied or not here. Okay, so the color is not copied here, bro. So let me do, we can just rerun the extension. Now it will work. Okay, so we can copy this, and we can just paste this color. So these are the colors which are required for making this, I think. And we can also use this black color. So this black color we will use in everywhere, like text and all. So let's pick this color also. Okay, like this, and here we're gonna use the color like black. Okay, let's save the changes, and this is done, and we can also click on this. Got it. Let's close this. Okay, so you can see everything is done. Now let me go, and we're gonna check the font. So which font is using here? So let me choose the fonts ninja, and we're gonna analyze the fonts which are required for making this. Okay, so you can see the fonts is plus Jakarta, and this is interregular. Okay, so we're gonna use only two fonts, plus Jakarta and interregular. So we can also add the font here, and here we can name this font one. So here we can search for the plus Jakarta sans, right? And we can also search for this font 2, and this would be interregular. Okay, so we're gonna use the interregular here, and let's save the changes. So these two fonts are required, and one thing we also want to do that we can just and we can just close this. Okay, now we can just okay, so let's get back to the Elementor editor again, and here we have to add these to the site settings also. So let's do one thing, and we're gonna just go here. Now we have to add the this thing in the site settings also. Let me click the site settings. Okay, now you can see we have the global colors here also, so we're gonna use those we're gonna use this color. We're gonna use this color also, so let's do one thing. We're gonna just open this again. Okay, so I'm planning to copy those colors from here. Let's see if we can fetch that color, and we are not able to fetch that color from the version 4 to version 3. So instead of that, we're gonna go to the edit with Elementor, and here we're gonna use those colors. Okay, so because we are gonna use the Elementor version 4 and Elementor version 3 both for making this website. So currently the Elementor version 4 is in the beta version, this is not alpha, and so many features are not there, so we're gonna use the combined things. Okay, now you can see, go to the design system, and here we can choose this color. This is the dark blue color. Okay, dark blue, and here we can add this color like this. Then we add the sky blue, or we can name this light blue. Okay, so we can just copy this. Okay, this is copied. Now we can just copy other colors also. So this is the orange color. Okay, now we can just copy this orange. Okay, here we have this BG. This is the BG gray color. Okay, so we're gonna add it here like BG gray. Okay, and here also we can add this. Okay, so this is the yellow color which we also need. So okay, let's paste this. Okay, so after that we have this blue BG. You can just copy this. Okay, so here you can see if you don't want to do that manually, you can also do things like, here you can see we have this option like dark blue. You can see and sync to global colors. Okay, here also you can sync to global colors. Let's use this. Okay, you can just sync this with global colors, and let's save the changes. And let me go to this, and here we can just go to this and discard the changes. Okay, let's see if those global colors are here or not. So you can see these global colors are not there. I think this will automatically come in the global colors. Okay, that's why we are using the sync things. Okay, so here we can use this like for the primary fonts we're gonna use the plus Jakarta. Okay, for the secondary fonts also plus Jakarta, and for the text we're gonna use the interregular. Okay, and for the accent also we're gonna use the inter. Okay, now let's save the changes. Okay, so these changes are done. If you want the typography to be added. Okay, so we can just add it here like enter, and for the link also. And H1 is that like here we want plus Jakarta sans. In the H2 also we're gonna add this plus Jakarta. H3 also we're gonna add plus Jakarta, and for the H4 also we're gonna add this plus Jakarta. H5 would also have plus Jakarta sans, and H6 also plus Jakarta sans. Okay, so we have to set the global colors and global fonts everywhere. So this is done. Now let's get back. Here we have to one more one thing that here if you can go to this site identity, and here if you will find this option layout. So here we're gonna choose the 90%, and this should be percentage, and container padding would be 0. Okay, this is done, and default page layout will be Elementor same building. Okay, now let's see the changes, and we are ready to build this website. So let me get back. Okay, and here we're gonna refresh this. Okay, so these design system are done, all the colors and fonts are added. Okay, now we're gonna start making this website. Okay, so now you can see for making this section what we can do. First we can add this container. So first we're gonna add this container, and now you can see here we have this container 2 section layout. Okay, and we can also name this like hero. Okay, if I go to layout, you can see we have this padding. Okay, now we have the spacing. In the spacing you can see we have this padding 00. Okay, this is done. Now let's go to size, and here you can see the width. Okay, let's see, like I go beyond inside, and here you can see like left, and we can also name this like logo. So for the left we can go to spacing, and we can remove this padding logins. Okay, we can click on this logo note. This is the image, and this and in the size, in the spacing also we can make this 0. Okay, so this is looking great, and let's go to this size, go to background, and here you will find this okay, here we can choose the gradient color. So for this okay, so the colors okay, so let's do one thing. We can just remove this. Okay, now we're gonna set this gradient color. So So now let's set the gradient color. That here we have the hero, right? And after that we can go to this background color. Here you will find this option gradient. Okay, now we're gonna choose that color. I think I'm not getting that color, so we're gonna use this. Click on this gradient. So we're gonna use that dark blue color. So you know that we have so many issues. So right now you can see that if I want to select that global colors, I'm not able to select that colors from here. So these are some issues we are facing in Elementor version 4 right now. So what to do now? We can just go to this, and here I have to search for this color. Like you can see here we have the dark blue. So we can just copy this here, and we can just paste this. And we need this second color also. Okay, and this would be like this. Okay, now you can see we can go to the hero. Okay, let's try this. Like we can go to the general styles and the background. Now let's go to the size, and here in the height we're gonna use the pixel also. So this would be 700 pixel. So I think this is looking great, and let's publish this one. So now you can see we have to make this thing. Okay, first we're gonna add an image tag here. Let's add an image tag, right? And we're gonna choose this image. Okay, also we can go to hero, go to layout, and here we can make everything in the center. Okay, now you can see we have to make this thing like that. So okay, so here you can see if I go to this spacing, so the padding which I want is 60 pixel to the top, and okay, we don't want in the all, so 60 pixel. Okay, so if you don't want to use the padding, we can just go to this. Okay, and you can just go to the size, and here instead of 600 make the 600. Okay, now we can just use this. Okay, so here you can know we have the box shadow. Okay, so we can add some box shadow like this, and after that we will okay, so we can just do this, and here we can also okay, and the border width would be like 15, 12, and if I go to the border radius, I will keep it 10. Okay, now we need to rotate this. So for rotating, and what we can do, we can just use this we can use the transform value, and here you can see we have the rotate option. So let's rotate this like 5. Okay, like this, and we can also see okay, so the heading will be your next home is one click away. So we can just write this heading like your next home is just one click away. Okay, and in the style we can go to the typography, and we can just text color would be white, and the font family would be plus Jakarta. Font weight would be 600, and this would be 545. Okay, so we can use this as 70, 80, and this would be literal row. Okay, and we can also show more, and we can use this like capital letters. Okay, your next home is just one click away, and for the click, and your next home is just one click away. Okay, so we are not able to add these things. Okay, now we can use the para. Okay, and now you can see use the paragraph, so we can just paste this paragraph. And style we can use typography, and this would be white. And the font family we can choose it from here is enter, and the font family is this is medium, and everything is looking great. Now we can just go to the left box, and here we'll go to the styles layout. Okay, here I think we need to keep this like this, so we don't want any thing here. Okay, so this is done. Now you can see we have these two buttons. Okay, so let's add the two button here. So let's add the flex box. Okay, we don't want to use the flex box right now. Okay, so let's choose here that button box. Let's save it once. So let's save it one more time so we don't lose any changes. Okay, we can also review the page from here. Now you can see this is looking like this, and also we need to add some paddings and all. So let's go to hero, and in this spacing, and in this spacing like this, so we need to add some padding like from left and right. We will add that like 60 and 60. Okay, 60 and 60 padding. Okay, now let's save the changes, and let's review it one more time. So you can see this is looking really great. Now you can see that we have this margin from here. Okay, now you can see we need this button box, so we can just click on this, go to spacing, and we can make it like 0 pixel. Okay, now let's search it here, button. Okay, now let's drag and drop this button. Okay, so this the design is looking like this. So here you can see we have this explore homes, so we can just enter this explore homes, right? We can go to styles, and also we need a class here for the button. So let's create this button 1. Okay, now let's go to the background, and here we can choose the global color, like the global color is orange. And also we have the typography, we want this typography, and font family we can use it from here. We can use the enter, right? And this is 15 pixel. Okay, and this would be white. Okay, and here also we can go to the show more, and we can use this like this. And one more thing that we can use, like here we have the font weight, like we can use the 600 like this. Okay, and the font and also you can add the border radius, like with the border type, and border radius is 2 pixel is already, so 2 pixel. Now you can see that let's give the border radius more like 5 pixel. You can also preview this from here. Okay, this is looking great, and you can see now what we have to do, we have to just add a hover state also. So you have to just go here, and you can choose this hover state. Okay, now in the hover state, what you can want, so whenever you click on this, and here we can use the yellow as a hover, and here if I go to this typography, and here in the typography we're gonna use the black color, this black, so like this. Okay, so this is done, and we have this class btn1, so whenever you apply this class, it will fetch that Okay, now you can see we have this button here, and we can add this button. Okay, this is the button box layout, and here we can just make this, and this we have like 30. Okay, here also we have the button 2 class here. Okay, so keep adding the classes. So now you can see, and this is not required, so we can go to the button 2, and here you can see we have this name like how it works, so we can just add it like how it works. Okay, and also we can just go to the background, and here we don't want this background, so let's remove this padding. Okay, now you can see we have this border, and we want this border as 2 pixel, and the border color would be white. Okay, border type would be solid. Okay, and border radius would be 5 pixel. Here we have the border radius like 5. Okay, so 5 here also, and also in the typography we want this white color, right? And this would be chosen here from the intro, and the font weight would be same what it is. Here we have the 15 pixel, and also we will make this like capital. Okay, and the font weight would be 500 and 600. Okay, and on however we want this, we don't want any color. If you want to add, you can you can also add that here, but here I don't want. Okay, so we don't need this. This is the button 1, and this is the only single. You can also click on this and convert to global class, and that global class name will be like button 2. Okay, we can rename this like button 3. Let's name this button 3. Okay, now let's publish this, and after that you can see, go here, and you can also preview this. Okay, so this is looking really good, and now you can see we have to add this below. So let's try to increase the size of this. So you can see you can increase the size of this. So let's see, we can add this like let's try to make this like 85, and for that we're gonna go to hero, and let's try to add some padding to the top, like we can have the 100, 200, and in the bottom also we can add like 200. Okay, here we can add the 250, 300, 400. Okay, we need this padding on the top and bottom. Okay, so we have one more issue that let's me do like 100, and this would be also 100. Okay, and we can just increase the size like spacing. Here we have the size, and this would be like 700. Okay, 800. Okay, so this is looking great, and you can just increase and decrease this layout. So let's save this, and we're gonna preview this here. Let's save this, and we're gonna preview this here. So after saving, it is going out. So let's do one thing. Let's click on this image, right? And we're gonna decrease this like to the 70 pixel. You can also preview this. Okay, looking great. Publish. Okay, now you can see we need this form. So okay, so this is a very simple form. So okay, so this is looking great now. Okay, let's do one thing, like go to this, and in the spacing, from the right we can also give this 100, and from here also we can give this 100. Let's see. Okay, so this is looking really great. Okay, now let me, and if you want you can also keep it like 60 if you like the 60. I think 60 was good. Let's say the 60. Okay, now you can see we need to add this color also. In the old version of the Elementor, we can put the HTML here only, but in this I'm not able to put the HTML. It is resulting this here. So I think the old version of the heading was really great. So let's use that. Okay, we're gonna copy this, we're gonna paste it here. Okay, and here also we can just check the styles like typography and all. 8700 and this color, so we can just go here. Here also we can make this white, and here also we have this plus Jakarta, and this would be 700 and the size would be 80 pixel. Okay, here also we can add this like capitalize. Your next home is just one. Here we can write one click away. Okay, we can remove the below one. Your next house is just one click away, and in the click we want to we can to add the span tag here. Span tag, and here also we can add the style, color, okay, let's see, we want this orange color. Okay, so we have these colors, so ff7 f50 ff7 f50, so we want these colors light ff7 f50. okay, so now if I go and publish, so now you can see I have this color here. Okay, so this is done and we are ready to bake the next section. And also if you want to put some, also if you want to put some spacing at here, like here if you want to put some spacing, like I want to put some margin at the top, so we can just add this margin like this. Okay, so in this way you can fully customize according to you. Okay, now let me add this one more section where we will add this search form here. So you can search it here, like we can add this flexbox container, and we can just go to the spacing and we can remove this and make it 0. And here also we can add the form, and the form would be like okay, and here you can see the form will be location, type and budget, and we can just go to this, and here we can write a form box, and this would be form, and here we have the background color like white. Okay, and also we have this padding here. Padding here we want that the padding will be 30. Okay, and also we want this border radius. The radius should be 20. Okay, now let's go to this, and here in the form we want this like location, type and budget. So first we're gonna add this location, so here we can write location. Okay, here we can also enter this placeholder like location. Okay, and this would be like 25%. And this would be we can just use the select here, so we can just use the select, and the here we can use like select type, so the type would be okay, here we can use a placeholder this, and villa, penthouse, duplex, or or we can use like flats, plots. Okay, so with some random things, and also we're going to use this as 25%, right? And the last one is budget, so we can just duplicate this, and here we can choose a simple field, text field, where we can ask the client about their budget, your budget. Okay, and this would be 25% also. Okay, this should be 100%. So right now you can see we have this. So I think if you divide the 100 in 3 form, so let me see what the value will come. So let me open my calculator. I'm gonna divide the 100% width into 3, so that would be 33 something. So let's do one thing, we can just go here 33. Okay, the type would be also, we can make this 33, and for this budget also we're gonna use 33%. Okay, now you can see it will cover all this, and now you can see here we have the search now, or we can go to this button, and here we can also add this like search now. Okay, and we can just go to this. Now we have to make the color. So for the field you can see we don't want this border. Okay, we want this background color, but the color would be very BG blue we can use, or you can use that BG. Okay, we can use this very light color. Okay, now we can use this like 2. Also you can see here, if I go to the form, we have this label spacing, and if I go to the buttons, we can add the background color as like light blue. Okay, and for the typography we can go to this button. Okay, and this would be capitalized already, and we can add this 600, and for the button I think we need to use this as a little bit bigger. Okay, medium is good. Okay, now we go to this button, and we can add the border radius as 20. Okay, now you can see this is looking great, and we can just fill the column gap as 20, and the row gap also we can put like 20. Okay, so now this is looking great, and also we can go to the field option. Here for the text color we can use the black, and then we can increase and decrease the size of this like this. So this section is also done. I think this layout, only just we have to click on the form box, and here we can go to the spacing, and here we can just choose the EM value, and we can just add this, and in the left side also we can add this like okay, we can also preview this from here. And if I go to the form box, you can see the layout, and the size is very much bigger, so we don't want this much size. So we can use a 70% width, right, or we can use 80% width, and we can just go here and preview this. Okay, so I think 70% will look good. Okay, now this is looking great, and we can just click on this, go to this spacing, and we can add the negative margin to this 11. Okay, so this is looking great, and we can just make this 8. So this is really looking great, and we can just add this. We can also click on this image, and we can make this 65. Okay, now the homepage looking great. Okay, now you can see if I go and refresh it here, now you can see our home page is looking really great. Okay, now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the other sections. Okay, now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this section. Okay, so for making this, we can just go below and we can just add a new container here, right? And the container would have, we can have this like properties. And after that we can just go to the background, and here you can see we have this color, so we can use this blue BG, right? And here also we can just go to this spacing and we can just make this 0. Okay, so the spacing from the left and right will be 60, and spacing from the top also we will keep the 60. Okay, so overall spacing will be 60 and 60. Okay, now you can see we want this icon list here. I think simple heading tag would also work, I think. Let's try this. And here we have this handpicked for you, so we can copy this line and we can just paste it here. Here also we can use this emoji, and here we can search for the fire. Okay, and now we have this color. Go to styles, go to typography, and here you will find this color like light blue. Okay, and we can just make this center. This, and here we can write this like 12, 13. Okay, and here we can also make this 15. Now we can just add a heading, like one more heading. Okay, now you can see here we have the view all property button also. So for that we can just add a flexbox here first. Okay, let's add the flexbox. So this is the like text. Okay, now let's go to this spacing. We can also remove the padding from here. Now we can move this, and we can move this inside, and we can just copy this from here. Okay, and here also we can see like this. And the typography we're gonna use like plus Jakarta, and this would be 600 or 500, and the font size would be 55. Okay, here also we can go to this properties, layout, and this would be 20. Okay, now you can see we want this view all properties button here. Okay, we need the button, and we can just drag and drop, go to the text, layout, and this would be center, and this will say like view all properties. Okay, and here we can just paste it. Okay, now let's go to styles, and here so here also we can add the BTN 4. Okay, now let's go to the background, and here we don't want this. Okay, now go to the typography. Here I think we need this light blue. Okay, here we can make this would be 400. Okay, and this would be 15. And if I go to the show more, you will find this option like this. Okay, now you have to put this arrow. So for the arrow, what we can do, we can just go here, and we can just I think we don't have this, so we can just Okay, so now you can see here we don't have the option to put the button arrow also, but in the previous version we have the option. So let's use the previous version only here, so we can use the button. Okay, I'm just putting this here. Okay, and here also we can just put this button. Let me remove this from here. Okay, now go to this, here you will find the background type, remove everything. Okay, this would be like light blue, and the padding would be 0. Okay, this would be 600, and the transform would be capitalized. Okay, also we need a button, icon library we have to go, and here we have to search for the chevron. We can search for the arrow, and we want this arrow. Okay, we want to keep this arrow in the end. Okay, like this. Okay, this is done. Now let's publish. Now we want this grid. Okay, now we want this grid, so okay, we need to make this outside, and this would be below, and here we need the grids. So properties cards, we can name this properties cards here. Okay, now we can go to the spacing, and we can make this 0 pixel. Okay, we will make the 0 pixel here. Now we can just search for the grid here, like this, and we will do this like full width. So the grid value would be 3 by 1, right? And the gaps would be 30. Let's add container inside this. Okay, so the first container we will put that okay, here we can rename this cars, and this is the image box. Okay, so for the image box we can just click on this, go to styles, and we're gonna use that image. Okay, display size, make the center, and display size would be cover. Okay, also we can just go to the layout, and we can add some minimum height to this. Okay, we will add this to 250, and the padding would be also there in this box, like 30. Okay, now let me go to this, and we will add a new container here, and this is the content. Okay, go to cards, and this, and we can make this white color. So we can go to this cards, styles, borders, and the border radius we will put like 20. So when we click on the image box, go to styles, and here you will find the option to add the border. So from the top and bottom, from top and right, we will add this. And if I go to content, styles, border, and here from the bottom and left, we will add this, right? So the content box would have 20. Okay, now we're gonna search for this like a heading, right? So we're gonna use this heading. Okay, we're gonna use this heading, and the heading is saying like typography, and this would be font this, and here also we can put this 20. Okay, now we're gonna switch for this list. Okay, and here also we can just go. Now with which, and here we will have the location map, so we can use the map location here. Okay, now you can just go here icon, and here we're gonna use the blue black color. Okay, so the icon color is also black color. Okay, and for the text also we will use this secondary color. Okay, let me make this 14, and the icon also we can make this 14. Okay, so this is done also. I think we can make this 15 only, like this. And after that what we can do, let's save this first so we don't do any changes. Okay, now you can see we have this thing. So for that also we can duplicate this. The first is bed 4, so we can just click on this and bed. Okay, then we can use this like bath. Okay, so bed, how much bed we have? 3. Okay, how many bathroom we have? Like 2. And the square feet area, so we can add that like 3400 square feet, so 3400 square feet. Okay, we can make this like this, and now we can keep some spacing between all of this. So for the spacing we can use a 10, right? And for the arrows we will use a little bit bigger one. The arrows would be light blue. Okay, and the text would be like this. Okay, now we can publish this one. Don't lose any changes. Now you can see we have this divider here, so we're gonna search for the divider. Okay, now we can go to this divider and we can search it here like this. Okay, we can also make this like this. We can have some line visible. So for the divider we can keep the gap of 10. Okay, now we can put a flex box below this. Okay, so this flex box will be below this content. Okay, if I open the content, you can see we have this, so we can move this inside this. Okay, so this is like pricing. Okay, and here also click on this pricing. We can go to this size spacing, sorry, and here we can just remove everything. Now we can just copy this, paste it here, and this will say like this much money. and we can paste it. Okay, and we can just go to the typography and we can increase this to like 23, and the typography color would be this, and after that we want that icon. Okay, and this is the main link. Okay, we want this, so now we can just click on this, and this is the arrow. Okay, we will have this stacked value, and this would be like BG blue, and this would be dark blue. Now we can also make this like light blue. Light blue is looking great, and you can just increase and decrease the size of this from here. Okay, like this. We can also increase the size of this icon. Okay, and we can just make it like this. And on hover, what we want this color to be this, and this color would be this. Okay, so this card is also done. I think there is some link left in the image, so let me preview this once. Now to preview, you can see we have this card and we have this hover effect. Okay, now let's put that badges also. So for the badge, we can use the button only. Okay, and this is saying for sale, so we can just change the layout like for sale. Okay, and for the background color, we are using this okay, and for we can use the button, and here for this I think here we're gonna use like text color would be light blue. Okay, and for the background we're gonna use this like white. Okay, now for the typography we can just go to this 15. Here we can use the uppercase. And here also we can use the 700 or 600 boulders. Okay, and for the padding we can use the 5. On the left and right that would be 7. Okay, from the left and right we will, and the top and bottom would be 5, and right and left would be 10. Okay, so this is looking great. We can just save this. Now we can just minimize this card. So we have one card this here. Now we can just okay, wrong practice cards. We can duplicate this, and we can duplicate this. Okay, and also we can just click on this, and we want this margin drive 30. Okay, so this is looking great. Now let's publish this. Now go here and refresh, and after refreshing you can see we have these 3 cards here. Okay, and the one card is a little bit bigger, but we are not making this. So now we can just change the images here. So we can just go here in this, and we can upload the images. Okay, first we're gonna go to this last box, and we can also check this. Okay, now I hope this is done. Now let's go here and refresh. You can change the content according to you. Okay, so this is looking great now. Okay, now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this section. To the next section where we're gonna build this section. Okay, so for making this layout, what we can do, and we can just add the new container here again. Okay, so this is like this. Okay, and we're gonna use this color. Go to spacing, remove all of this padding, and we're gonna only keep the 60 pixels from the top and bottom. Okay, now let's go to this. Here we will find this. Okay, here we can use like a blue BG. Okay, now you can see in the YS, we can name this YS, and this is the image, and this is the content. Okay, so here we can make this 0, and for the content also we can make this like 0. Okay, and here also we can add the image here. Okay, here also we can use this image. Okay, we can click on this thing. Here you will find the resolution, and in the resolution I want like a 600 by 500. Let's apply. Okay, 400. Let's see, we can just go to the Unsplash, and we're gonna use a little better image. Office image, license would be free, and the orientation would be landscape. Okay, so we will use this image now. Let's try to load more images. Okay, so let's now use this. Okay, so this image is looking great, and this is reflecting that the deal is completed. Okay, now we can just go to this downloads, then use this image. Also you can rename this image, and right, we can use this full, and we can use this like click on this, border radius will be 20. Okay, now we can just go here, layout, and the value would be 40. Okay, and also here you can see we want this. Okay, and this is saying that why Nestora. Here we are approaching a little bit to the theme. Okay, and here also we can just go to this. Okay, if you want, you can we can add the fire. Here also we can add the fire like this. Okay, now we can just add this heading. Content wise, we can just go to this like okay, let's go to this layout. Okay, here we can add just like 20, and here we can just copy this. Okay, here, and here we can just make this like this. So you can just preview this like this, and in the exciting we want this color code, right? So for that we're gonna go to this, and here we can just copy this span tag, copy, and go below. Here if you want to put some like in the fall we can put it like paste it and outer fall. Fantastic. Okay, so this is not looking okay. I forget that I'm using the Elementor version 4, which is still not better than version 3, I think. Okay, let's leave this color, bro. Okay, here also let's leave that color. Okay, now you can see we want this, so what we can do, we can just copy this and go to the typography, and here we will find this color like we will need to use this color. Okay, we can use we can use a light blue, or let's use some custom color like okay, this color we can use, and we can also save this color like okay, now you can see okay, so this color is added, and now you can see we want these boxes. So for making the boxes we can use the grid. Okay, so it is 2 by 2, so we can just 2 and 2. And here we can add the container. Okay, now you can see we have got this back. Now you can see we want this counter values here. So we have these grids, and here we can write counter. Okay, we can write this counter here, and we can just go to this, and we can make this white color, and here we can add this 20. Okay, here also we can put the counter value. This is saying 10k premium properties, 10k plus premium properties, so we can have 10k plus, and this would be premium properties. Okay, now for the number we're gonna use this, and we're gonna use okay, now we can just go to this, and here also we can increase and decrease the size. Okay, now we can just increase this to 30, and we can keep the title gap like 5. Okay, and also here we can go to counter. Here we can just click on this border, and here we will have this 10. Okay, now we can just duplicate this. Okay, now I have to just put all of these values. Also here you can see if I see ys, so let's publish this once. Okay, so this is looking really great. Only we have to just here you can see the spelling is looking really here you can see so one more thing we can do, we can just make this to the start, so everything will be start from the top. And now we can just go here and refresh. You can see this is looking great, and we need to put more content between this like 60 gap. And now we can just refresh the final time, and you can see this is looking really great. If you want, you can just also decrease the size like 40. Okay, so this is looking really great, and we can just update the colors here. And also you can see we have a little bit borders here, so if you want to put the borders also, you can just go to and put that borders from here, but I don't want to put. Like if you want to put that border, like here you can see borders. Okay, border solid 1, like this. You can also preview this. So this is looking really good. So we can just copy this and we're gonna copy on the other. So this is the power of the Elementor, that you can copy and paste your sections. And I think we can remove this. So let's save this. Okay, only you have to just update the content. Now let's make this section like so we can add a new container. Okay, and here we can write like find. Okay, and here we will have the spacing value, and this would be like 16. Okay, we can copy this from here. Okay, we can just click on this, and we will have this like okay, here we can write like find your home, and here also we can just write this dot like this. Okay, now we want this this heading. Okay, we can also go this, and we can put this 20. Okay, and we can just copy this. Okay, now we want this below content. Okay, we can just go here, copy. Okay, and also we can go to styles. Here we will find the size value, and here you can use this, and this would be like 70%. Okay, and we have the typography like the center. Okay, so let's put back this. Okay, done. Now let's publish. Now we want this grid. So for making the grid, what do we want? We want the grid. Okay, we can just add this. So now you can see we have this 4 by 1, right? So we can have this 4 and this is 1. Okay, now we can just put the container. So in this container we can use the image also. Okay, this is the image. Okay, and also you can see border radius would be 20. This would be 20. Now you can see we have the tags also. So for the tags, what we can do, we can just copy this from here. Okay, that's what the tag would say. Tropical. Okay, we will go here, and here we can just the text color would be white only, and this color would be black. Okay, I think this is the background type, right? We can use this, and that is good. Okay, now we can use one more heading. beach villas. Okay, we can paste it, and here you can see the typography, and we can make this white. Okay, the font family would be like intro, and font width would be like 500, and font size would be 15. Okay, and below that we can put a thing like this, and the typography for this would be 25 font size, and this and this we can make this like a white color. Okay, if I go to the typography like this, and here we will have this 100%. Okay, and here we can make this like, okay, now we will have this line height as EM value, and that would be 1.2 EM. Okay, and font size would be 12, 14. Okay, so this would be like 124 properties. Okay, and this would be like a card. Okay, now we can just we can put it like this, and this would be 15, 10. Okay, now we can just go to this, we can put some height like 250, 300, 350. Okay, and we can just go to this like this. Okay, now you can see we can just go to this, and here you will find this background overlay color. So for putting the background overlay, and here you can just okay, so for the first one we can use this, and for the second one we can use the black color. So okay, and after that, if I go to this heading, and we can just make this fully white. Okay, now we can just go here and refresh, and after refreshing, we have this color. And one more issue that I face, that here you can see the heading is white, but we are not getting white, right? So these are bugs, and for that now we can just use the old version. Okay, excellent. Okay, let's see Control Z. Okay, now let me get back to this inside the cards, and we want this remove this, and we will have a heading. Okay, we can just copy this. Okay, and here also we can make this white. Okay, like this, and here also we can just we can just go to this, and here also we can write like 12. Okay, we can make this one. And okay, so this is done. This card is done. Now let me go to card. We can duplicate this. Okay, and here also we can make this 30. And we can just click on this advance, and we can just make this like this 30 and publish. Okay, now we can refresh it. And one more thing, I think we can use this full width. Now I think this will work. Let's check this once. Okay, this is looking great. Only one thing is that we have to increase some more size, like let's make this 400, right? And for this also we can make this like 400. Okay, for this also we can 400 and 400 for this. Okay, now let's preview, and here we can just go and refresh. So this is looking great, and just go to update the content, like for this image content, the image would be this, and for this also we can use this, and for this also we can use this image. So let's publish this, and after publishing you can see our this layout is also ready. I think we need to keep the 30 pixel gap between these. Okay, now let's go here and refresh. I think the more black color you can also add it here. Suppose you want the background overlay more darker light, so you can just increase this. Okay, we can make this 50, and for that also $50. Okay, similarly you can use the 50 here also. Okay, let's update. Now let's I think this section is also done. Okay, now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this CTA, and after that we will make the contact and header and footer. Now let's make this CTA. Let's go below. Okay, so for making this you can add a new container, right? This would be CTA, and we can go to spacing, remove this padding. Okay, now let's add a container again, and this is the main. Okay, go to this top one, CTA, and you can see here we have the paddings, right? So the padding would be from left and right would be 60-60. Okay, and for the main, spacing would be like padding would be like 30, because at the end the background color would be like this, and border area is also like 20. Okay, now we can just go to the main, go to styles, size, it will find the height of 300. Okay, now you can see we can just add the heading like okay, we can just copy this. So here we're gonna use the old version 3. Okay, now we have to just go to this layout here, click on this heading and you can make this in the center. Okay, now this is saying your dream home is waiting, so let me go here, and here we can write like your dream home is your dream home is waiting. Okay, and we can minimize this like 50. Okay, now we want this like below one. For the let's make this fonts a little bit more size, like we can have this 60. Okay, and for the yellow color we can use like FFD 700. Okay, so we can use this here like FFD 700, FFD 700. Okay, now we will use this white color, white text, and we can publish this below, and here we will find main, and the layout would be like 20, and style, go to size, here you will find percentage, and here you will find that like 80. Okay, now we will see here like 60. Okay, so the white color which we are using, it's too white, so let's make this like this. Okay, now we will add this buttons. So for that I'm going to copy this from here. Okay, you can paste it here, and now you can see we have this button box layout, and we can make this in the center. Properties, and the style would be right we can make this BTN CTA, and we can remove this from here like remove. For the background color we will use it like yellow, and for the typography color, okay, we can make this black. Okay, and for the second image we can have this like top to and spot. Okay, so I think this CT section is also done. Now let's go here and check that one. So checking, you can see that this CT section looking great and all done. Now let's move to the next section where we're going to build this contact. So move to the next section where we're going to build this contact section. Okay, so you can see that for making this section we have to use the two section layout. Okay, so let's use this, and here we can add a contact thing here. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to just okay, now we have to just go to the background, and here we have to set this background as blue BG. Okay, and for the spacing we're gonna use the 60 pixel from everywhere, from each side. Okay, like this. Also you can see that this is having here, so let's click on this. Okay, the previous CTA, and here we have to add the bottom padding, like let's try to add the bottom. Okay, so now you can see this is looking great. Okay, now what we can do, we can just go inside this, and here you can see we have this right, so we can enter this left. So we have the form here, so we can write the form. and we can write the info here. So you can write whatever you want, just to understand what is this. Okay, now let's add the 0 pixel, and in the info also we can go to spacing and add the 0 pixel here. Okay, right, now we can click on the contact, go to layout, and here we have to add like this, and this would be like 40. Okay, now you can see we have this option to add this. So now what we can do, we can just go to the top, and here we can just copy this. Okay, and here we can paste it, and now you can see here we have get in touch. So we can just copy this, get in touch. Okay, and now you can see we have the get in touch. Now we want this heading, right? So for the heading, what we can do, we can just copy this. So let's copy this from here. Okay, we can paste this here. Okay, now we can just click on this, and here we can go to the layout, and we can add this, and also we can keep the gap of 20 pixel here. Okay, right, now we can just copy this. Let's copy this. Okay, and right now we are using the Elementor version 4 heading text. So in this we don't have any option to add the HTML, but I have shown you that how you can add it here. So you can use this only. Okay, so you can use this heading only to add the text. So let's add that only. Let's add it here also. Let me copy this. Okay, then let's go to here, and here we have the 45 pixel. Okay, so we're gonna use the 45 pixel here also. So let's use the 45 pixel, right? And here we can use the black color, and let's use the black color here. Okay, and here we can just remove this. Okay, now you can see we have this, so we can copy this, we can click on this, and here we can just write like okay, let's find your perfect would come perfect. We can add this here. Okay, and here we can just add it like this. Okay, and we can write here like home. Okay, and here we can just okay, find your perfect home, and here also we can add like we can go to this em value, and we can write 1.1. okay, 1.2. okay, like this, and this is looking great, and in a similar manner you can do it everywhere, right? Okay, now you can see we have this text here, so we can copy this text. So we can copy this text from here, and we can paste it. Okay, here also you can see we can go to typography, make it like this, and here also we can have this size, and we can make this like 100%. okay, now we can just copy this, and we can just click on this, go to general, and here also we can paste this like this. Okay, now you can see we have to add this form. So for adding the form, what we can do, we can just click, well, we can just find this form here, and we can just add this form below. Okay, now you can see we have full name, address. So let's first go here. Okay, then we can go to this, and here you can see we can change the text to full name. Okay, here also we can add the placeholder full name. Okay, and you can see we want this as a 50%. okay, now we have this email address, right? So we can have this email address, and in the placeholder we can write email address, and this would be 50% also. Okay, now we have a subject, and at last we have the message. So let's duplicate this field, we can drag and drop this below, and we can make this field like a subject. Okay, and we can also name this subject. Okay, and this would be 100%. okay, like this, and we don't want to show the label here. Okay, like this, and button would be okay, button would be medium size also. Okay, then button will say send message, and here we can have the icon library, like we can use we can use a Telegram for this. Okay, so I'm gonna using this icon only, so we can play this icon after this. Okay, now what we can do, we can just go here. Now you can see we can go to the field option, and here we and here we don't want this borders. Okay, we want this border radius, I think. So we can add the border radius 100, not 100, we can keep this like 20 or 30. Okay, let's keep the 20. Okay, now you can see we can add this. Okay, now we can just go here and we can add like 15, and here we can add this 15. Okay, and I think if I go to this field, we have this 20, and in the button also we can add this 20. Okay, light blue. Okay, like this is looking great. Okay, so you can see this is looking great. Now we can just keep this form. We can give this some like 20. Okay, now let's publish this so we don't lose any changes. Also you can see okay, so I'm generating a video here, guys. Let me see. Okay, the video is generated. Let me close all of this. So let me close this. Okay, now you can see we have this, right? So now we can we have to make this. Okay, so for making this, what we can do, let's go to this contact option, and here we can just add this like this. So now we can just add like grid. Okay, here we have a 2 by 2, so let's 2 by 2. Okay, now we can just add the container here. So you can see the Elementor version 4 is good, but still this is not very much good as we can use in regular basis. Still they need to improve this, so I hope they will improve this, and they should learn from the Croco Blocks editor which is coming, I think. That is really great to making the UIs. And here we can add 10, and okay, so we can add some 1, and we can keep this like something like this. Okay, you can also, now you can see, now we can just add the icon here. Okay, the icon would be map, so we can search for the map here, and this is the map. Okay, and we can just name this like box. Great, and we can just have it like this. We can go to this, and here we can just click on this style, and here we have the icon, and the icon would be light blue. We can increase the size of this. Okay, now we can just add the heading also, heading again. Okay, now we can just add this heading like office address. Okay, and here we can add that black color. Okay, we can just increase the size, and here we can just add it like this. Okay, let's increase the icon size also a little bit. Okay, now in the box you would have, okay, here we can have the 14. Okay, now we can just add it like this, and this would be, okay, here we can just add this. Okay, so the style we are using it here like 14, like this, and this is looking great. Okay, now this is done. Now let's duplicate this, so we can duplicate this like this. This is also done, and this, right? And at last we can add a map here, so we can search for the map. So we have this Google map, right? And we can play this map. Okay, so I think the map goes outside this info, so we can just go to this. Okay, like this. Now we can just click on this info. Okay, I think the map is here, and we can just click on the map for height, so you can just play with the height according to you. Okay, and you can change the address here. Okay, you know how to do that. And suppose if you want to add the border radius, right, so you can just go to this border, and here you can write the border radius like 20. Okay, that's it. Now let's publish. So here we need to change the content only. Okay, just update the content, like you can update the content here. Okay, just update this content. Okay, here also you can, you can search for this tone. Okay, we can just change this. Okay, so now you can see that we are using the version 4 and the version 3 things together. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so in this Elementor workflow you can, okay, and also you can do this start. Also I will give you this here in the video description, so you can, have this. Okay, let's publish this, so you can change this content only. Okay, so this so all the placeholders are done for this. Now let's refresh it here, and after that you can see, if I go here, you can see we have this contact section looking great. Okay, this is really looking great, and we can just check one by one that this website is looking really nice. Okay, now let's move to the final part of the video, where we're gonna build this header and footer, and after that we will move to the responsive part. Now let's move to this, where we're gonna build this footer. Okay, so for making the footer, what we can do, we can just go to the Elementor, and here we can open the theme builder. Okay, let's open the theme builder, and you can see we have this type of layout. We can also change this color to yellow. So okay, and now you can see. Now let's go here, we can click on this footer, and after that we will okay, now you can see the design is really simple, but this is looking really great. Okay, now let's go for this. So here we have to wait for some time. Also you can see we have this, this type of menus, so we can also go to these, menus. So let's go to menus till this is opening. So if I go to this, you can check here we have, we have properties, and we have this type of links. So here we can make this final menu. Now you can see that the footer is ready, so we can close this, and let's see, we have to make this. Okay, 1 2 3 4. So first let's add a main container. Okay, so this is our main container, and here we can add the main. Okay, then after that we can go to spacing, and here we can make it like a 0 pixel, right? And also I think we need to add the padding like 60 from every direction, and also we can go to this background. Okay, and here in the background we can just add, dark blue. So I think okay, dark blue is good. Now you can see we have to add we can add a, container flex box. Okay, and this is the top one. Okay, we can go to spacing and remove the 0 from here. Okay, now you can see we have 1 2 3 4, and again we can go to flex box like this, and here we can just write 1, and here we can also go to spacing and make it 0. Okay, now let's duplicate it. Okay, now click on this top layout, and here we can just make it like this. So now what we can do, we can just add the gaps here like 20. Okay, and here you can rename this if you want. We can rename this like 3, and we can also rename this like 4. Okay, now you can see we need to add this logo, I think. So we can just make this logo, like we can use the icon list to make this logo. Okay, we can remove this, and here we can use any building okay, we can use any building things. Okay, so this is a real estate website, so here we can write the name. So here you can write your name for your, website or something, whatever you are making. So now you can go to this, and here we can make this light blue, and we can increase the size of this. Okay, so I think we can go to this, and here we can okay, we can use this color, or we can use proper white. Let's use the proper white, and for the text I'm gonna use a white color also. Okay, and here we can increase the size of this. Here we can make this 600. Okay, now we can just add a para here. So let me show you that we can copy and paste a section from here. So we can we can copy this to below this like this. So we can just go to one and go to layout, and here also we can make this like this. Okay, and in the one we can keep keep it like 20. Okay, now we can go to this typography, and here we can just play with this. Okay, like this 15, and also you can see we have the social icon here, so you can add the social icon like this below. Okay, now you can see we want this, so here we can use this circle. Okay, and here you can use the custom color. Okay, now you can see for the primary color we can use like this. No, we can use the light blue, and let's make this little dark. Okay, like this, and we can make it white. We can also make it like this. We can increase the padding to like this 0.7. Okay, now you can see when we hover we have this like this, and icon hover color would be the primary, and here we have light blue, and let's make this white like this. Okay, so this is done. Now we can do one thing, go to one, make it justify start. Okay, now we can just add a heading. Okay, we can just add the heading, and here we can write quick links. Okay, here also we can do the same, go to layout, and here we can do it like this. So let's first go to the top, and here we can make everything at the start. Okay, let's go to this, and here we can go to white, and here also we can increase this. Okay, here also we can make this yellow. So let's try the yellow color, guys. So I think this will look good. Okay, and here also we can make the list. Okay, here also we can make this like this. Here we can add like 20. Okay, now we can see we have the find property, so we can just copy these things like a find property. Okay, and here also we can add like a list your own pricing plan, so we can just change this like list your home, and here also we can like add this pricing plans. Okay, and at last we can add one more like our story. Okay, our story, and we can just go to this. Here we can add the spacing like 10. Okay, so here we can add this white. Okay, so we can just go here, go to styles, layout, and here we can increase the size to 30. Okay, looking great. And similarly we can delete the rest from here, and what we can do, we can just duplicate this. Okay, and here we can write 3, and here we can write this 4. Okay, now you can also click on this, and you can just expand this. So I don't want to make this, so now we can just go to the top one, and here we can add like 50. Okay, the 50 is looking great. Now we can just we have this company, so we can just click on this. If you want to make that white, you can properly make that. I'm just showing you that. Okay, so here you can change the links and all. Okay, here we can just go, and we can use this color code. We can use this color code from here, and this is the color, and here we can use this like okay, and on hover we can make this white. Okay, like this. So let's save this first, so we don't do any changes. Entire site, save and close. Okay, now let's see this is rendered or not. We can refresh it here. Okay, and after that you can see The footer is not rendered. Let's see one more time. Okay, now you can see we are getting this footer, so this is looking great now. And also you can see we have this, subscribe. Here we can use this subscribe, and we can also add this content to this, and here we can say that get the latest quote. Okay, and here also we can just paste it, remove this. Okay, now you can see we want this as we can add this form here, and we can add this form here. Okay, we don't want this, so only email, and we want this label. Okay, here we can just make this 60, and the buttons here we can make this 40. Let's make this 30, right? And for this we're gonna use this to 70%. Okay, and we can also make this full width, so when you see this it will say like this. Also you can see if I go to form, we have this field value and the background color. So background color we will use it like this. Okay, and the field color would be white. Okay, and here we can just go to this button, and here we can send this to send. Also you can use the, suppose if you don't want to use this text, so you can just you go here, and here we can write tally, so we can use this icon also, right? And we can now just go to these buttons, and here we can also use this light blue, and we can make this blue color. Okay, we can also increase the size of this. We can increase the size of this like this. Okay, so I think we can also go to this form, and here we can also increase this, like we can make this medium. Okay, and button also we can make this medium. Okay, so whatever good is for you, we can make this like small also. So this is looking great, and we can publish this now. And I think we have made this footer. Only one thing is left, that we want to add the copyright thing. Okay, now you can see this is fully expanding, and it is taking full space. Okay, now one more thing, that you can just go to the field, and here we don't want the border width and all, so we can remove this. Okay, now this is looking great. Now let's add this line, and you can also go to this, and here also footer. Now we want to add this copyright section. So for that, what we can do, we can just go to this, and we can again add a new flexbox here like this, and we can just make this to the top like this, and we can name this as bottom part. Okay, we can keep some distance between this, like there is space between center and the distance between 60 pixel. Okay, and here we have the spacing, so we can reduce the padding to 0. Okay, now we want this copyright, right? So we can copy this, because this here these are the icon list only, so we can write it here like copy right 2026 Nestora, all rights reserved. Okay, if you want, you can also add an icon here, copyright, like this. Okay, now you can see we can make this fully white, and this is looking great. We can go to the bottom part, and we can go to this. Here we can make everything in the center. Okay, this should be in the center, I think. So let's go. Here we can click on this layout part. Okay, I think there is some issue. Okay, so this is in the center now, and one more thing we can do, like bottom, we can add we can add a border here. So let's Let's minimize this layout, minimize this spacing. We can go to borders, and here we can add the border type as solid, and the border color we can choose like any color like this, and border radius we don't want, border width would be 1. Okay, now you can see we want to add a little bit spacing at the top like 60. Okay, this would be 60 pixel or 30 pixel. Okay, so I think we, instead of adding the spacing from here, okay, instead of adding the spacing from here, let's try this. So we can remove this, everything, remove this, we don't want none. Okay, now what we can do, we can just say, okay, now we can just add this divider here. Okay, we can just add this divider, take it to the top row, and we can paste it here. Okay, so the structure is very much useful. Click on this bottom part, layout, and here we can just make like this. Okay, now you can see we can just play it like this. Now if you see, we have somewhere divider here, right? So this is looking great. We can make this white. Okay, so this is much visible now. So let's try to find a good color for this. So this is great. Let's make this little bit blurry, I think so. So this is great. And also we have the main, and in the main the spacing we have is 60 pixel to the bottom. We don't want this. So now we can go to this bottom part. Okay, choose the divider, you don't want the gaps also, and go to the bottom part. Here we need to add some like 20 spacing, and also we can keep the space in the bottom. We can also keep the spacing of 20, 30. Okay, let's keep the 20. Okay, now you can see this is looking great, and we can click on this, and again we can just go to this next to the real estate, and we can refresh this here. And after refreshing, we have this copyright row, and this copyright section is also looking great, and the footer is also ready. Now let's move to the next part of the video where we're going to build the header. Okay, now for making the header, we can just go to this menu. Okay, we can choose the header and create the menu, and let's try to add the menus like this should be add to menu. Okay, now let's properties, how it works. So let's add like custom link we can try, and here we can try it properties, and here also properties. Okay, then we have how it works. So we can add like how it works. Okay, and we have lifestyle and about us, so we can have lifestyle. Okay, we have this lifestyle, and also we can have the about us. We can write about us. Okay, so this is done. Now let's save the menu. Okay, now let's go to this theme builder, and we can open this, and here we can add header. Let's click on this, and we can add a header here, and from the footer we're gonna copy this. So we're gonna copy this. Okay, so we can just go here, and we will make our header here. So first we're gonna change this name, because here you can see we have this name Elementor header. So we will change this name to only header. Okay, and let's wait for some time, and this footer is looking great. Let's see. Okay, you can also do the responsive part. We can do the responsive part in some time. Okay, till now you can see this is the header. So let's do the responsive part or not. We can try to refresh this. So sometime Elementor editor sucks, guys. Okay, that is the issue with the Elementor. Elementor should fix it. Okay, now you can see this is we can go to page settings, and here we can write like header. Okay, now we can just add this. Okay, now you can see um, okay, so we are not gonna use this sign in, we can only keep this contact us, sign in is required. If you want, you can just keep it. Okay, fully customizable according to you, everything. So now you can see we want this header, right? So we can want this logo, so we can just paste it here. And first let's get rid of this padding we have. So for the padding right now, what I'm saying, let's say if we can make it 0, right? And from the top we can add the 20, and from the bottom also we can add the 20, like this. And icon list we have here in the logo, we can have like light blue. Okay, and and this should be like we are using this black, so we can use this black color. Okay, here we can also have the padding like 80. Okay, it is looking great. And let's try to use a different logo if we have like okay, this is good because this will cover the whole. Okay, now this is looking great. And now we can just go here and we can add this menu. Okay, we can go to layout, and we can add the space between. So menu we have, and here you can know the spacing. So the spacing we have is 10, and here also we can have the 10 spacing like this. Okay, now you can see we are we want a simple menu. So we can choose this text, and the text will be new, none. Okay, now we have this full width, and this would be center. Okay, now we can just go to styles, right? And here we can go to this let's go to this black color, and hover, and on hover we want this blue, right? So we can choose this blue color, and on hover again we can choose this blue color. Okay, and here we can make this like this. And here we have the horizontal padding, so we can make this 10, or we can make this 20. Okay, we can make this 15. Okay, and also we want a contact button. So for the button, I think we should make a new button here. So I'm gonna use the old version 3 button, and here we can write this like contact us, and this would be like light blue, and this would be white. Okay, and here we can add the water radius plus 20, 10. Okay, so I'm keeping 10 here. So we have this. Now we can want the black color, or we can use this black color like this. And let's add some animation, like we can keep the bob animations like this. Okay, so this is looking great. And also you can see we have this line here, so let's put that line, and we can go here, go to this border, and we can use this border width at 0 and border type as solid, and we can want this color like this. You can see we have this. And also we need to we need to add the spacing from right and left 60-60. Okay, like this. And for the border, I think the color is little bit darker shade, so let's choose this, and let's publish this entire header. We can also choose the white color for the header. Let's go to the background, and here we can choose the white color for this header. Let's see the changes. Okay, now let's go to this, and we're gonna refresh this. And after refreshing, you can see we have this header looking at that, working at the top. Okay, this is looking great. Okay, I hope you understand how to make this type of awesome website using the Elementor version 4. I hope this video is useful for you, and we are trying to make new videos on the Elementor version 4 also soon. Okay, we will come with new projects. Okay, so now let's fix the mobile part. So here we have the footer, so let's fix the phone part first. Okay, so let's pick the footer first. So you can see here we can just go to the main. So right now everything is like, okay, this is great, but in the top version we can make this like this. Okay, and also I think we have to fix this like spacing. So the spacing would be 20 from all sides. So I think this will work. From the top we want we want this 40, and from the bottom also we want this 40. Okay, and if we check this, we want this like this. So this is looking great, and we can go to this, and here we can also increase the size of this. Okay, so the footer is responsive now, and this is very simple. You can do the same for this one. Okay, and we can now we can just go to this header part. Now we can just click on this header, and first we have to fix this like spacing, right? Here you can see. So let's make this 0 from all sides. Now we can make this 10 from the top and bottom, and okay, let's make this 10 from all sides. And now we can just click on this. We can decrease the size of this logo 20, and this is also 20. Okay, and now we can just click on this button, and we can have the font size smaller. Okay, and here also we can have this 10. Okay, so we can just click on this, and here we have the toggle button. So here we have this light blue, and this is the orange color. Okay, now we have the drop down, and here we can have this black color, and this would be 14 like this. Okay, so you can we have this. Now we can just add the background color as light blue, this, and this light blue, and this. Okay, here also we can make this 500. Okay, now you can see the header is also looking great. So the two sections are responsive. Now let's quickly make the home page also responsive. So now we can just go here, and we're gonna do a hard refresh one more time, so it will load the header and footer in the in this part also. Okay, so let's refresh this. Okay, we can close this. We can also close this, so now let's see. Now we can just go to the phone part, and here you can see we can go to hero, right? And in the hero we can just we have this like file. Let's say 20. Let's make this 20 first. Okay, now let's go inside. Here we have the hero layout. Here we can make it like this. Okay, now let's get back to this. Inside this we have this heading, and we can minimize the heading to like a 40. Okay, and let's try to add more things like here you can go to layout, close this, spacing also. So in the size you can see we have the height, right? So I think someone is taking the spacing here. So let's see. Here we have this size. Okay, we can make this 100% width. Okay, first let's make the padding to 20. Okay, now left and right, let's click on this. Here we can go to layout, and here we want some like 40. Great. And also you can see, okay, so this is looking great. If I go to this image and go to form box, we don't want this margin top, we can make this 0, right? Okay, and we can go to this hero, and I think we don't have padding, that's why this is looking like, let's add the 100. Okay, let's keep the 20 here only. Let's see, and we can add the 100. Okay, I think we need to increase the height of this. Okay, so let's increase the height to 100. Okay, so this, the height is the issue here, 1200. Okay, so now you can see when I give the height, so it is looking great. And also we need to remove this from the top. Let's remove this. Okay, let's remove from the bottom. Okay, now you know this is looking great. We need to keep the space between here, and yeah, let's keep the space of 30. Okay, so this is looking great, and I think we can go to this BTN one. Here I think we need to go to this spacing. Let's go to this spacing, and here we need to make it 10. Also we can just go to this typography, and we need to add this 3. Okay, and here also we can go to this 13, and for the padding we can add like 10. Okay, this is looking great, guys. Here we have this much padding. I think we can fix this. Let's see. We have no more spacing here, so we can just go here. Okay, and we can just close everything. I think so. Let's make this 1000. Okay, so 1000 height is looking great. Okay, so I think we can just go here, go to this layout, and okay, so we are getting much space below, right? So let's fix this. So for fixing what we can do, we can just keep this let's keep this 100 only, 1000. Okay, and we are getting this, so let's click on this left section, and here let's try to put some padding. So now you can see we have the padding option here, so we can just put this like 100. Okay, 250. Okay, 220. And if I go below, you can see, and we can also okay, so let's do hero. In the hero we need to, okay, so now you can see you have to do the trying and testing part. So let's see, 100 is not going well. 220, 150, 180, 200 will work. And below also let's keep the 200. This will be 250, 300. I hope we are okay. Okay, so this is really strange, guys. Let's do one thing. Let's try to add the height. Okay, the version, this is the version 4 issue. Let's keep this only, and for the bottom part, let's remove the this part 0. Let's make this 0. Okay, let's remove this also. Okay, so this is looking great. Only just we can make this, let's try to make this 1100. And okay, now I think this is okay. Now this is good. Okay, now let's save this, guys. So now we can go to this this is property section, and here also we can just go to spacing. We can fix this 20. Okay, and from the top we can add 40, and from the below also we can add 40. Okay, then we can go inside. We have this text, and here we can just make this okay 20. Here also for this heading we can go to typography, and here we can add like 30. Okay, that's all. And now you can see we have this so much paddings here. What is those paddings? So we have this property grid, and if I go to spacing we have this 0 here. If I go to grid, right, Okay, the gap is good. Now we can just go to the cards. In the cards we can make this 0, and for the grid also we can make this 0. So let's go to each card, and here we can make this 0, and for this card also we can make this 0. Okay, so this is done. Now let's save this. Okay, now we have this bias section. Here also we can make this like this. Here if I go to spacing, and we have this 20. Okay, we can keep this 40, and we can also keep this bottom 40. Okay, this would be, we can use this 30. So this part would be 10. Okay, so this is great. Now let's save this. Now we have this find section. So for this also we can go to spacing, and we can make this here 20, right? And we can just get this here and make this 40, and we can also make this 40. Okay, and we can just go to this here, we can make this 30, and also we can click on this find. We can do like this. Okay, we can just click on this, and here we can go to the size. Here we can choose 100, and the typography like this. Okay, now we can just go to this grid, and here we can just make this 0. Okay, the other sections are looking great. Let's click on this. Okay, now we are on the CT section. Here also we have this size spacing, so we can make this like 0, like this. From the top we want 40. Okay, from the right we want 20, from the left also we want 20, and if I go here, and here also we can make this like 30. Okay, and this would be, and here also we can make this like 100, and for the buttons we can just click on this, and we can make everything like this. Okay, so this is looking great. If you want, we can increase the size, because this is the CT, so we can keep it a little bit bigger. And here also we can make this 1.2, and if you want you can also add the more spacing here, and here we can keep this 20. Here we can keep 50, 60. Okay, and I think if we go to spacing, we have the size. In the size we can keep the 600. Okay, 500 is looking great, and these buttons are also fully covering the area, so that is also looking great. Okay, now we have to get in this contact section, and for the contact section also we can go to spacing. Here we can write this 20. Okay, here we can write we can have this 60 to the top, and here we have the 60 to the bottom. Okay, now let's go to this layout part. Okay, and here we can just make this like 30. Okay, so this is looking great. Here just we need to make this padding 0, and other things is great. Let's put this. Okay, so we have successfully completed our website, and the mobile part is also done, I think. So let me show you the final part of the video. So now you can see that we have successfully completed our website, and this is our home page in the desktop version, and also this is the home page in the desktop version. Also let me show the phone part, that this website is fully responsive now. We can go to the mobile simulator, and let me show the mobile part also. And okay, we can just open this here in this iPhone 14 Pro Max, and in the mobile part you can see we have this fully working website. You can add some more padding at the top, but this is overall looking great. Here the image is not loading, and that's things you can see. Everything is looking great. Everything, footer and these things are fully responsive. Okay, so I hope you understand how to make this type of awesome website using Elementor version 4. So right now also the Elementor version 4 is not recommended. I think it should be more updated and more better as compared to version 3. So right now this is in the beta version, not currently in the alpha version. So I hope this will improve. So that's for the the video. If you want to buy this kit, all the links are in the video description, and we are also selling the Elementor Pro. All the links are in the video description. I hope you understand how to make this type of beautiful website using the Elementor Pro. So if you like our videos, please like and share our videos with your friends. Subscribe to this channel if you are new, and I'm gonna see you next time.